This is for everybody who kind of doubts that God is all good, or for if you think that you could do a better job than God, or for those Christians who think they are good people. I want to prove to you that you're a worse person than you think, and I can prove it to you biblically. Alright, so let's start off with a Bible verse of how God is all good, and He is all loving, and He is all kind. You've heard those terms before, right? Psalms 34. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Him. Right? So we've all heard this concept in Christianity where it is all about God. God is all good. God is all knowing. God is all loving. Right? What you don't know is that we are bad. And let me explain, right? Let me explain the concept of sin, which is us being wicked, us being bad, with the story of how sin came to be. Adam and Eve. So in the Bible it says, God said, you must not eat from this fruit, from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die. The serpent says, you will certainly not die. To the woman, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. And we know how the story unfolds. Eve bites from the fruit, and now sin is introduced to the world. What you might not know is the actual nuance of what it says. So the serpent said, you will be like God. That is the first sin in humanity, is us trying to be like God. And so now every sin happens because of that reason. We think that we can do a better job than God can. We think that we can live our life, that we can be good away from God. And that is how sin began. And now continuing on to the story, Eve gave the fruit to Adam. Adam also bit from it. And now because these people ate from the forbidden fruit, they had a choice. They chose to disobey God. Now sin entered the world. And now every birth consequently after that is also birth of sin. It's birth because they wanted to be separated from God. They thought that they could be God. They wanted to be good apart from God. That is all good. And if we continue out through the Bible, we have a list of sins that we commit because we're away from God. They're obvious: sexual immorality, impurity, debauchery, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, self-ambition, dissensions and factions, envies, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. We do all these things, we're inclined to all of this sin because we think that we can govern our life better without God. And this is where most people will retaliate. This is where people would kind of have this worldview of, well, I'm a good guy. Yeah, I lust, but I don't rape. Yeah, I maybe get angry, but I don't murder. Yeah, I have all these natural tendencies. I'm a human, but I'm still objectively a good person. And this is why I framed this lecture in such a rude manner. This is why I gave it such a harsh connotation. Because how arrogant must you be to think that you're good? How much of a stuck-up, self-righteous person do you think you are to actually achieve full virtue, full righteousness, full goodness that is God? So you see, you're committing the first sin. You think you can be like God. You think if you have all this power, you'll be good with it. You think if you have all this knowledge, you'll be good with it. You think you're incorruptible in a way. And yet the Bible's here to tell you that if you were Adam, if you were Eve, if you were in that garden, you would choose to disobey God. You would choose evil. And if you don't believe me, ask yourself this. Have you ever done something knowing that it is the wrong thing to do? No one should lack such little self-awareness that they should say, I know everything and I did everything correctly. I'm going to paraphrase this, but you can find it on Matthew 19. It's a story about a man asking Jesus, how can he be saved? How can he achieve perfection? Jesus says, why do you ask me? Only God is perfect. The man knows that Jesus knows how to achieve perfection, virtue, so he keeps nagging him. And Jesus says, fine. Do you keep the law? Do you not murder? Do you not steal? Do you not envy? Do you not covet? Are you not jealous? And the man says, yeah, I'm a good person. I am a good guy. Jesus says, then sell your stuff. You'll become perfect then. The man didn't want to. And so this story isn't about being rich, being poor. God doesn't need your money. It's about being virtuous, about salvation. That is what the man was asking for in the beginning. How can I be so virtuous that I am saved, that I am like God? And the answer is, you can't. Because even if you're just a good guy, there's always room to be a better guy, right? Just if you're humble right now, there's always room for more humility. Just if you're a giving person, you can always give more to the needy. I'm going to end this video with the story of Solomon. He was the wisest man on earth, and yet he ruined his kingdom. Now, this is in the Bible, and it sounds like a contradiction, right? How can somebody so wise, so smart, so much money collapse an entire kingdom? And the answer is simple. It is because his wisdom, even though it was given by God, it was human wisdom. So no matter how disciplined you are, you'll still fall into temptation. No matter how kind you are, you'll still get angry and act out of that anger. No matter how humble you are, you'll still do things out of your own pride. No matter how good you are, you're still a bad person. Do you see how all of this works? We're bad because we're separated from God. We're separated from God because we choose to sin. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.